Hello everyone, my name is Shruti Marathe. I am a graduate student at ISAR Pune, India, and so far I enjoyed the Neuromatch Academy workshop, and my favorite topic is reinforcement learning.
Hi, I'm Ritu. I live in Bangalore, India. I'm a research assistant at IIC Bangalore. I have thoroughly enjoyed being a part of the NMA Summer School. My favorite part is probably the discussions that followed after every tutorial.
Hello everyone, I'm Pratik Purohit and I am a PhD student at IIT Varanasi. And my goal of my research is to find out the anatomical basis of various perceptual experiences happen in the brain. And Neuromatch Academy helped me a lot to understand various mathematical techniques to analyze the neuroscience data to understand this. Now we are from pod number 171 elected capybara, and today we are going to present a project that we tried to develop during the Neuromatch Academic 2020, decoding image picture representation at visual cortex using fMRI data. And during the project development, our mentor Kyle from University of Alberta, he really helped us, and we are grateful for his time. Next slide. So in the human brain, an image is represented in terms of the features so that we can recognize or identify that particular image. And there are various levels of those features. Low level features belong to low level information and higher level features belong to higher level information. So for example, low level features are such as orientation or color, and higher level features are various categorical information to distinguish various type of animals out of a broad category of animals. So in this project, we hypothesize that the higher visual centers in the visual cortex are responsible to process those higher level features. And in order to justify our hypothesis, we used K-Galen dataset in which there was they perform experiment on human subjects. They record the fMRI scan while the subjects were watching natural images, and from that data set, we got a time series data of visual cortex, various voxel related to the visual cortex. So we analyze this data to testify hypothesis. Now Ritu will share that how we did that.
So based on our hypothesis, we selected the natural image features, which are based on labels that were predicted using a deep neural network on the ImageNet dataset, which is presented as a stimulus to the subject. Now we selected the fMRI scans in such a manner that they included similar distributions of samples from across all the labels. The dataset was prepared based on the voxels provided for the different regions of the visual cortex. The next slide. To analyze our hypothesis, we used a supervised machine learning technique called support vector machines with a linear kernel to perform this classification, which is based on the different image features using the voxel activity that is recorded from the different regions of the brain, of the visual cortex. Now, Shruti will summarize the results for us.
As said by Pratik, that visual cortical areas are divided into two parts: early visual cortical area consisting of V1, V2, and V3, and higher visual cortical areas V3A, V3B, V4, and lateral occipital area. It has been previously shown that the finer image features such as orientation, curvature are basically encoded at early cortical areas. But what is the role of these higher cortical areas? As evident from the graph which we had, which we are showing here, the higher cortical areas are responsible for the broader image classification, such as animals, artifacts, etc. This indicates that the higher visual cortical areas are indeed responsible to classify the images based on broader features present in the images. And this also shows that the anatomical as well as functional hierarchical organization present at the visual cortical area. Further, it will be interesting to see whether this hierarchical organization in the visual cortex play any role in long-term visual memory or not. And what we can do next in the project using this data set is to investigate how the image features are encoded at different, we can investigate how these image features are encoded at different layers of visual cortex using CNN, and we can see whether these representations are similar to the patterns which we observed in the decoding phase. Now I will take this opportunity to thank all the NMA organizers, my mentors, my TA Abhi, my team members and my pod members to give us this amazing opportunity during the workshop. Thank you.